The sooner I get up to the sandbar, I think the more impressive it's going to be, because it'll be, you know, low tide-ish. The tide will be coming in, but at least I should be there for a couple of hours at low tide. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it doesn't disappoint. Alright, morning of day 23 in country. From here I'll catch another ferry, a ferry again. This time back to Negros, to Dumaguete. And I'll stay there for 3 nights, and from there that'll give me 24 hours to get to Cebu. So yeah, Dumaguete for 3 nights. Quite a large regional town. I don't think there's going to be a lot of attractions for a cyclist, but we'll get there, we'll have a look. Hello, g'day.
Second gate. There's a security guard will assist you, sir.
Second gate.
Yeah.
Thank you. You've got to sign in on when you board the vessel. So this is effectively their manifest. I hope somebody grabs the list if the ships go down. No fridge, no problem. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Alright, I'm still in Dumaguete. I'm just about to go and do a recon at the local bus station. There's a place I've been wanting to see since I've been in the Philippines, and I didn't think I was going to get the opportunity. It's called the Manjuyod, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Sandbar. And they reckon it's the Maldives of the Philippines. So we'll go to the bus station. G'day mate, how you going? You're right. We'll go to the bus station and find out. The sandbar is at its most spectacular during low tide, which is early in the morning, so I'll have to get my sorry ass out of bed before dawn and find out what time the bus leaves. It's a real tragedy. I mean, homelessness, I guess, must be a problem here in the Philippines, and certainly in some of these larger regional towns, and I guess Manila. You see these mothers with young kids begging, and you know, it tears at the heartstrings, but you just don't know. Yeah, it's sad. Sad for the kids. Oh, dead end. Looks like I'll have to go back. If I come to a dead end, can I get through there?
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Thank you. The road's less travelled. G'day mate, how you going?
Morning.
Don't ask me how I found myself here, but I have. I did check with a couple of locals and they did say that I could keep going. Oh, there's the road up there. Righto, that's the bus there. That's the one I'm going to catch tomorrow. G'day mate, I'm just going to follow it because rather than ride 1.5 kilometres to the bus stop, if it goes past the hotel, and I'm pretty sure it will, I might as well catch it out the front. That way I can sleep in for an extra 20 minutes. So I'll keep following this guy, find out where the bus stops are, and then take it from there. I'm telling you, time spent doing reconnaissance, it's time well spent. He's going to go straight past the port. So yeah, it just saved me riding the bike and leaving the bike at the bus station all day. You just flag these buses down. Doesn't have to be a bus stop, you just wave them down and they'll pull over pretty much anywhere. That's my street there, perfect. While I was chasing the bus, I passed something that pricked my interest, so I'm going back to have a look. Well, it's a watchtower, one of 4 that originally existed, built by the Spaniards around 1760 to discourage something or another. Still in good shape. The buses run, well that particular route anyway, runs from 3 AM every 30 minutes until 5 o'clock, and then every 10 minutes, so won't be any shortage of them. The sooner I get up to the sandbar, I think the more impressive it's going to be, because it'll be, you know, low tide-ish. The tide will be coming in, but at least I should be there for a couple of hours at low tide. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I hope it doesn't disappoint. Well, it's early, before sunrise. It's about 6 AM. I'm excited about this Manjuyod Sandbar. I'm looking forward to it. I've got to find a place that sells breakfast. My guess is it's going to be noodles. And then we'll try and catch us an early bus, eh? I tried to go on this tour through one of those organised day trips through TripAdvisor, and I couldn't do it. I'm only one person, and for some reason they were only going to be able to do it in 2 or more, so I'm not quite sure what was going on there. It was going to cost about 295 Australian dollars, about 250 US dollars. Anyway, I was pretty keen on going there, so I made some inquiries. I can catch a bus to the town for about $3 Australian. I'm not quite sure how much the boat ride is going to cost. You can get about 20 people on these boats, but I think I'm going to save myself quite a bit of money and probably enjoy the experience better anyway, because I'm using local transport, and that can sometimes be a bit of an adventure all in itself. So I could end up saving quite a bit of money and enjoying the day just as much. I'll know more later. Where are you going? No. Oh yes, yes. You bias? Bias? Yeah? Oh, g'day slackers, how you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, dolphins.
You rent a boat?
An exclusive tour, just me. Yep, we're good. low tide was actually about an hour and a half ago, and you can physically see the tide coming in, the tide rising now. Yeah, the tide comes in quick. Pity about the weather, but you can't always guarantee good weather, can you? Sea urchins for sale. I'm not game enough. I guess I've only been here for about 30 or 40 minutes, and the sandbar's completely disappeared now. I think even when it's high tide, I think it's only sort of, you know, above your knees. It's not as if you're going to drown out here. I'm pretty sure the tide's all the way in now. It's not going to get any deeper. But out of the 4 of those huts, there's only one that is still accessible. All the others, the stairwells have been disabled. Some are partly demolished, probably through high winds and weather, I guess. Thank you. In the army we used to have a saying, a second class ride is better than a first class walk. Good on you, buddy. Thanks. See ya. Alright, what a ride. Look, I guess the morning today has cost me about $100 Australian. If I'd taken the tour, it was going to cost me as much as $295. So I'm glad I couldn't book the tour And getting there and back on the bus wasn't painful, you know, bloody cheap. Yeah, I'm not disappointed. And I guess that's another benefit. And I mentioned it before about being an independent traveller. Sometimes when you're part of a package, yeah, it's not good value. Yeah, it's good to be able to organise yourself independently. Hello, Cebu, Fast Ferry, Ocean Pass, yes. Okay, great, thank you. I've paid for me, I've paid for the bike, I've paid a terminal fee. Now he's telling me I've got to pay another terminal fee for the bike or something. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I think he's expecting me. The bloke was waving me forward. Security must have been talking to one another, I think. Oh, so many steps to getting on a ferry. I guess part of the beauty of this trip is I haven't left the country. I might have crossed on different islands, but I haven't left the country. I've been on some trips. One, for example, I started in Singapore, crossed into Malaysia, from there went into Thailand, and from there Cambodia. And it's at those land border crossings, if anything's going to go wrong, that's when it's going to happen. So it's important that you do your due diligence, get all your visas before you get to the border, because if you're going to get scammed, then that's where it's going to happen, when you have to stick your hand in your pocket and start paying for visas at the border. So a couple of days before you get there, just do your checks, and if need be, get the visas printed out, send them to the hotel you're staying at by email and get them to print it off for you. Makes things a lot easier. Seven bits of paper for one ferry ride. There's a few Western tourists on this ferry because from here we go to an island called Bohol, and on there is things like the chocolate hills and stuff like that. So my guess is these guys are a bit like me and just island hopping. But in my case, yeah, we call into the port there on Bohol. I stay on the boat and end up at Cebu later on this afternoon. Cattle class. I don't know why people don't pay a few extra bucks and do it in comfort. Into the port of Ballarat or something on Bohol, and I just thought I'd check to make sure that they didn't take my bike or the trailer off, and they've taken my bike off the boat. So we've had an animated discussion, and I've emphasised that it's got to go to Cebu. Leave nothing to chance. I can just see the drawbar of the trailer, so I know the trailer's still there. I did a final check, and they've tarped their load, they've tarped all the gear, and my bottle's still on the jetty. Next stop, Cebu. Welcome back to Cebu and the big smoke. Alright, welcome back to the craziness that is Cebu. G'day. It's still, I've got about 30 minutes of daylight, I guess, to make it to the hotel. I booked the hotel weeks ago, even before I left Cebu, so I know I've got a bed for the night. And in fact, they were good enough to look after my bike box, so that's one less thing I've got to worry about. So yeah, I'll make my way to the hotel and find dinner somewhere. Yeah, welcome back to Cebu and the madness that it is. Lots of traffic and traffic lights. I can't remember the last time I saw a traffic light. Probably in back a lot, I think. Been a while. Got off those chaotic main roads and down the back alley. My hotel's just up here. I'll be there in a few minutes. It'll do. I think it's about $35 a night. It's got everything I need. I don't need much.
In the last few hours, there have been 2 charged human remains that have been...
In addition to...
No one. No.
Station wagon. I suggested a station wagon, but this guy must be desperate for the fare, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so long as the bike gets there in one piece and doesn't fall out. Good on you.
Nice to see you. Here's on.
I was going to hop in the driver's seat. I forget their left-hand drive over here. Right back to where it all began. I actually saw the corner where I assembled the bike on arrival. So anyway, look, I'm about to check in back to Perth via Singapore, and I guess if this is the final approach, you know what that means. See you on the other side.